Yay. Okay. So welcome everybody. First off, I need to do some big acknowledgments first and foremost. Monica, beautiful Monica over here, um, hit the 5 cycle bonus for the second time.
Yeah!
$200, which is incredible. Congratulations, Monica. We had Gwen hit 10 cycles, 1 star golden circle, which is just incredible. We just wrapped up another round of leadership pools. We're starting up new ones. And Michael and Natalie participated, and Karen and Ryan participated in those director pools. So that is way to go, guys. And then we have a new crystal director in the house, Dawn, just like a few minutes ago.
Yeah!
Hit crystal director. So one of the things I want to talk to you guys about is an analogy. I actually heard this analogy years ago, and I don't want to put Dawn on the spot. I'm going to have her tell her story, but to really brag about herself. But I need to let you know her story, because I think it's so pertinent to so many people. So Dawn came into Isogenics over a year ago, and she came in for the business. I mean, she wanted the products too, but she came in for the business. She was hungry. She was driven. She's like, I am going to make this happen. And she didn't have immediate success. And no, I mean, she was really driven, but she also had a lot of fears that she had to work through. But she stuck with it, even though she wasn't seeing the success. And she was cycling on average, guys, twice a month. She was making about $100 a month for like a year, okay? And she went to every event. She went to University in Action right out of the gate. She went to Celebration. She went to New Year's Kickoff. She went to the most powerful women in network marketing. And that at that last event, a breakthrough happened. And 6 weeks after coming back from that event, she created 6 consultants in 6 weeks. She, in the last 4 weeks, instead of cycling twice, which was her average, she cycled 10 times. That's a 500% growth, guys. Do you realize that's 500% growth? And what this is, and we were talking about it, like, why is this happening? You know, what kind of caused that? And really what it was is, you have to understand, have any of you, just raise your hand if you've ever seen a skyscraper over time go up? Like, you lived in a city where you've seen a skyscraper go up, okay? So a skyscraper, they spend a long time on the foundation. They dig this big, deep hole, because the taller the building, the deeper, the stronger the foundation needs to be. And they spend all this time down in this hole, and you're not seeing anything, and they're doing all this work, and they're spending all this time, and you're thinking, what is happening? The skyscraper is not, there's nothing happening here. But once they get that foundation built, boom, the skyscraper goes up. I mean, it goes up practically overnight. And that's what this is. I mean, we joke about that Isogenics, or network marketing, is a personal development plan, wrapped in a compensation. And it truly is. You have to do the foundational work. And the foundational work is your belief, your confidence, overcoming your fear, getting through your stuff that's blocking you. Because the only difference between somebody who rockets to the top and somebody who doesn't is it's what's between these 2 ears here. And sometimes we see the people, the Lynn Hagedorns, people like that, who come in and they rocket. They make $1 million in 14 months. it kind of, I remember when I started, I'm like, well, I'm not moving that fast. Why am I not moving that fast? You know, all these other people are moving that fast. What happened is they came in with their foundation already built. She built her foundation in another network marketing company. But you know, what about the people who come in and, you know, it's, the foundation is, you know, they've never done network marketing. Well, they built the foundation somewhere else, not in network marketing, but they built that belief, that idea of success, all of that somewhere else. So we have to do the work. We have to do that personal development work. So with that, I would love to have Dawn unmute herself and really share kind of what this journey has been for her.
Hi. Actually, wait. For him, for supporting me. You know, Arrow needs to be pointing at him because he had belief in me before I had belief in me. And he just kept supporting and saying, you're doing great, keep on going.
Oh yeah, lots of that.
Yeah, this is my husband, Morgan.
Hi.
Everyone say, hi, Morgan.
Hi, Morgan. Good job.
So, well, okay, so it's a belief. Like, he believed in me. I did not believe in myself. I had some areas of belief that were strong and other areas that were not so strong. And I went to, Lisa got me to an event, like, within a couple of months, less than like a month after I joined. She got me to an event. I went to University in Action. And, you know, I loved it. And it would just even more confirm that I was in the right place. I love these people. I love this culture. I love what this is about. I can do this. You can do it. They can do it. Look at her. She did it. I can do that. I can do this. And I had the I can do this the whole time. I believed that I can do it. But then underlying there was like these beliefs that they were ambiguous and I didn't understand and I couldn't talk about it. I didn't get it. But it showed up in my conversations with people because of the energy. Like, people pick up, they can smell it. And it was fear. I was worried about what they would think of me. It was really like transitioning from being in corporate and having that identity as a project manager and the esteem that I got from that status and that career to doing this, which was so different. I'd never done it before and I didn't know how. And but I was committed, like Lisa said, just so hungry. When I saw this, I just knew this is my ticket. This is what I've been looking for. There's no doubt in my mind, this is it. So I was so committed. I knew I would never give up. I would never quit. And I just kept going and kept trying. So what I did is I went to the events. Lisa said, go to University in Action. I went to Celebration. I went to every single Super Saturday. I kept going and I was like, God, I'm spending all this money and I'm not making any and I'm not creating any consultants, but I just kept working on myself and my belief. And to work on the belief part, I listened to audiobooks 24/7 in my car, doing laundry, making dinner, running, everywhere I go. And I drive a lot of kids, a lot of places every day. So I'm always listening and podcasts and audiobooks and not a lot of actual book reading, but audiobooks. And then keep going to events. And then I was frustrated, like, why can't I get it? And I kind of knew it was my energy, but I went to Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing, and that was I can't remember, like, not that long ago. And I had a conversation with someone in the hallway. It wasn't even a speaker. It wasn't even like in the event, like with the big lights and everything. It was someone in the hallway. And it was Cindy, actually. Cindy Roos on our team. And we were rooming together. We were just in the hallway. And we had this conversation. And she said one thing that made my mind just open up. I'm like, oh my God, I get it. And from that point on, I changed how I showed up in every single conversation with people. I wasn't afraid anymore. I called people, I pick up the phone, and I say my thing, and I ask them if they want to take a look. And it just got easier and easier, and my whole posture changed, and that, I believe, is what allowed me to grow my business so quickly.
So, Dawn, everybody's asking, what did Cindy say to you?
Because it went back to my identity thing. My identity was like, I had this huge identity built up, like I had low self-esteem, and I placed a high value on what other people thought of me. And I got a lot of value out of, I have this career, I'm so accomplished in my career, and that boosted me up. And when I would imagine going to someone saying, well, hey, I do this other thing, but I don't know what I'm doing over here. I'm just like, I got this thing to sell. Like I didn't have I couldn't bring any self-esteem to that side of my life. And so she showed me how everything that I did in my corporate career as a project manager, she asked me, well, what did you do? And I told her like how I help people, and I managed teams, and I organized events, and I motivated, and I like solved problems. And she's like, that is what this is, that you already know how to do all that. So you are a coach, you're a health and business coach. And I was able to instantly transfer everything that I had built up over here over to my network marketing business. I'd never seen that before. So thank you, Cindy.
And it, I mean, seriously, guys, she like made the declaration she would be crystal manager. She hit crystal manager. She came home. She started seeing this duplication happening on her team. She's starting to see duplication happening deeper and deeper in her team. And it's totally, but I have to give kudos to Dawn. She stuck it out. She stayed in the action, and she did the things that she needed to do. Breakthroughs happen at events. They absolutely happen at events. And oftentimes it's the dinner after the event where the breakthrough happens, or it's the conversation in the hall, or it's the, while you're sitting in the seats, or in your room at night when you're talking with your roommates. That's often when it is. But it's at those events that those things happen. But Dawn, she kept going. Right? And she kept in action, and she kept doing the personal development work. So if you're not where you want to be, realize you're just building your foundation. But once that foundation is built, boom, the skyscraper goes up very, very quickly. And I see it time and time and time again. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Dawn. Thank you and congratulations. And now, because she hit it today, she gets to play in the director pools this month and make up to $2,500 in those pools, which is fantastic. We got Ryan and Karen participating in those pools. We got Michael and Natalie participating in those pools. And so kudos to you guys for that. So Michael, do you want to take it away?
Yeah, Dawn, wow. And congratulations. And so awesome, and such a testament to I guarantee so many people's experiences, just kind of waiting for that breakthrough, right? So it's a perfect segue into what we want to talk about and discover with you now, which is usually this is the part of the conversation where we have worked something out, and now we're going to present it to you and engage you from a place of already having figured out a topic. And we don't have a topic. Surprise, we don't have a topic for this call. And what's there for us is we are desiring to know what breakthrough you are desiring to have to elevate your business. So we're really going to take this conversation now and open it up to everybody and have somebody share, like Dawn shared her breakthrough. And it's not like for Dawn, that's the thing that's probably going to take her from where she is to an Isogenics millionaire. It's going to take her as far as it gets her, and then there'll be the next thing to break through. And for each of us here now, there is something that you're desiring to break through. And we want it to be open up. We want you to bring it out to the group now as an opportunity to, one, to unconceal it, as Aaron Freeman would say, and have an opportunity to just get some coaching around it maybe. So who would like to share? TikTok, TikTok, TikTok.
If you share it on the call, it's most likely to disappear. So share it and let this, whatever is holding you back, disappear within the group. So it's the perfect place to talk about it.
All right, well, I can go first. I had a conversation with Lisa today in which I was feeling stuck in directing I'm working with a couple people on hitting their goals and really running for executive. And where I was getting stuck was they had just gotten started. They had just put all this money into their initial pack. And now what's there is to have the conversation about celebration and powerfully invite them to celebration. And I was being stopped by, I just got them to spend X amount of dollars to enroll in Isogenics. And now like I have to ask them again to spend more money to come to this event that I know is going to provide tremendous value for them. Just like events did for you, Dawn. But I was getting stopped in that conversation. And I had it like I was feeling like I was directing or telling them what to do. Like, okay, now, great, you've done your first month. Now you have to do this. Now you have to get your celebration ticket. Now you have to enroll 2 people. And what was missing for me was like their why. I hadn't had a conversation with them to go deeper into their why, where it would take away me directing them and telling them what to do and bring in, I'm standing for them to have what they want. I'm standing for them to have their why. So that was the conversation that I had today.
And it was awesome conversation. I just have to say, I mean, here's the thing. He was coming up against something. He brought it up. He said, this is what I'm coming up against. And we figured it.
I want to pipe in and say what came to mind when you shared that, Michael, was my sister, and this comes like we come from the same background, and so we have this thing about money, and you know, my sister was sharing Isogenics, or wanted to share it with people, and she was like, she said literally, Isogenics is tough. It's tough to share. You know, that's just a lot of money for someone to spend. And when just saying that was so illuminating to me, like to contrast that between the mindset that we can have and that will enable us to grow our business. And it's, you could look at it that way, you know, if you want to, but the other way to look at it would be, people have way more money to spend on things than you think, and you don't know. And it's all about like value and what you're going to get. And you're inviting, they spend money on vacations and all these other things. You have this goal, this like amazing thing that's just going to blow their mind. Like that's cheap for something like this. This is going to change their life, you know? So it's pennies. Ask.
Tony Robbins for $250? Are you kidding me? Gary, do you want to share?
Yeah, I would love to share, Michael. So let me just start. Like, you know, when I first came into Isogenics, I was totally on fire. Like everyone, anyone, whoever I would talk to. I mean, I had no fear whatsoever. And our town, we just, you know, I just bam, bam, bam. Everyone, what happened over the last 4 years though is, and so this is where I was stuck, and I'll just share kind of where I was stuck, is that it really did feel like everyone had heard about isogenics. And so my belief level in isogenics was still strong, but my belief level of other people being able to really like blow it out in our town community anymore, it was fizzled. I mean, I'll be totally honest. I just, my belief level in them being able to do something with it just wasn't there. And it's not the truth, but for me, I needed to shake things up. And so that's what I've done. And so I don't know if any of you guys follow me on Facebook, but I took off on Friday and I went to Bentonville, Arkansas, to this totally new community where nobody barely has heard about isogenics. And I'm having the time of my life, guys. I'm just like totally in my element. Like today, and so just imagine this, okay? Just imagine what you would do if you were just like dropped in to a brand new community. You didn't know anyone. I know Cody, he's on our business team, but basically I don't know anyone. Where would you start? And I think a lot of people would be like, I have no idea. But for me, I was just like, okay, I just hit it off. Today it was like fitness gyms, just exploring these gyms for my own personal self, but then also talking to people about isogenics. So that's the first place. We talked to the chamber, and just like these chamber people, are there to help us network with our businesses. So they're just these bombshells of amazing resources in our communities. So just in this first day, I mean, you'll see over the course of this next week from me on Stronger Together. I'm going to blow this thing up, guys. You're going to see a lot of ads and a lot of welcomes, and there's going to be a lot of excitement. And I hope you guys all just give and embrace these awesome people, because Bentonville, Arkansas, man, it's going to know our name after I'm through with it. So I have 30 days, guys, and I'm going to hit it hard, like squeezing the juice out of every moment of connecting with everyone. And I know I can do it. So my breakthrough, I'll be totally honest, like where I was at with my belief level and my breakthrough, now I just know it. So I just have to share that with all of you, because you guys are part of this Stronger Together team, and we are so much stronger together. So yeah.
That is just like, man, I'm over here in Scottsdale and I can just feel you coming through my computer, like how lit up you are about that, which is totally awesome.
Bringing back the love to this game, guys. I mean, this profession is so incredible. All the way, I had a 13 hour journey, and I was listening to Richard Bliss and the network marketing heroes on so many of those calls. I mean, like Don was saying, I mean, just absorbing our brains, getting our vibrational levels up and up and up on a daily basis, to just then come into our conversations with just a different posture. And that posture is attractive. That posture can radiate, and that posture can bring in the people that, we really, really want in our businesses.
Yeah, let's just give it up for Gary. So awesome, Gary. And you can hear it. It's so distinct. And I just want to point to something. Like, it's so distinct in Gary and Dawn sharing how lit up and alive they are about this opportunity. Like, couldn't you just feel it while they were sharing? You didn't have to try. It's not like you had to open yourself up or like do anything. It just hit you. And I'm inviting you all to look at it like whatever your breakthrough is that you're desiring, that's what it looks like. Or that's what it can look like, I guess, to break through. So, we've got 2 minutes left on this call, and I'm inviting you really to break through. I mean, have the conversation with whomever you need to have the conversation with to cause your own breakthrough, because it can only come from you. We can cheer you on, we can coach you, we can encourage you, but until you make a decision to cause your own breakthrough and step forward, and you have the experience of being a Dawn or a Gary and sharing from that level of excitement, like, we can't do it for you. So we're inviting you to have those conversations, inviting you to have that breakthrough and take that into this week and into the rest of your Isogenics career. So that's what I've got. Is there anything we wanted to say before we close out the call? Lisa, Lindsay, Jocelyn?
I would just close out with something really quick. We've been having in the last couple of weeks really emphasizing with teammates utilizing three-way calls. And people who are enrolling people are using three-way calls. And so use them up. It's just so cool. Like, Lauren had a three-way call with Luis because she wanted someone who was pregnant. Like, it's just so cool. So utilize the heck out of three-way calls and have your team be using three-way calls. I'll tell you, a breakthrough we're having in our leadership is having teammates, instead of having several months of really getting good at sharing the vision, we're creating with them, hey, the first month, let's do all three-way calls. And that's the way we're really launching people. And I think that's going to make a big difference.
Would anybody want one of their teammates to get the celebration by a show of hands? All right. One of the things I did, I gave up that I had to be the one that I knew how to have the conversations. I connected our friends Alex and Neil to Lisa. Not only are they like, we are in for this thing, guess what happened? There come the celebration.
Three-way calls, definitely to affirm celebration, is huge.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, guys, celebration's going to sell out. And I mean, it will. And we've got months to go. So you want to be having those conversations with people early on. And if you can't paint a strong enough vision, get somebody on the phone who can. And I can, because I went to celebration 4 days after starting, or 8 days after starting. I was asked 4 days after starting, and it changed my entire life. I have no doubt that, and I did not have the money. So anybody can get to celebration, and it will change lives. So everybody on this call, if you don't have your ticket, get it. But then it's not just you going, it's how many people you bring with you. So start having those conversations.
Lisa, you ready to have like 140 conversations?
Honestly, guys, I have a big vision of a lot of people on this team at celebration. If you need me to get on the call and paint that, I will do it all day long. I mean, most of what I do during the day is three-way calls. But don't don't think you can't ask. I am absolutely, here to help with that.
All right, y'all, that's what we've got. So I hope you drew value from this call, and we will see you same time, same place next week.
Woohoo!
Good night.
Thank you.